So good morning again, everybody. Philip Wade here from the Universal Studio in North Yorkshire. And the phrase on the screen there is one that I'll often use when talking about self-realization at events, responding to questions, or whatever. And I often use it in a light-hearted way. For those of you in the UK, you'll know of the character Manuel in the comedy series Fawlty Towers, who was always put up to saying this phrase, "I know nothing." But when it comes to self-realization, it's actually a really important pointing, because we don't think our way to self-realization. We are already the realization, and that awareness of the self is actually a non-personal thing. And because we're so identified with mind and body-mind complex, the I that we're most often using is the small I, or the ego I. But in truth, this I, this egoic I, the identity I that we most often use in everyday language without actually thinking about it, doesn't know. It doesn't know the self, the true self, the infinite awareness, or the infinite consciousness, and cannot ever know it. It cannot ever know it. And so one key opening to the realization of the self is actually to embrace with all sincerity and humility that actually you don't really know as a person this self. It can only be realized by the infinite awareness, or the infinite silence, that one is that. It is remembered, it is realized as something that is already known by itself as itself. And the appearance of the individual here is simply an expression of that, but it's not that which you are. The body is something that you have, but it is not that which you are. And if there's one, shall we say, practice that's in my constant awareness, is this sense of not knowing. The knowing or the wisdom flows from within the inner infinite dimensions of infinite silence. It doesn't come, even though it might be perceived to be coming from Philip, it's not coming from there. It's emerging from the awareness. It's like a deep listening that's ever present and arising and responding to whatever questions or situations or whatever may be here in life now. So this embracing this truth that the small I doesn't know, and that the true knowing or realizing isn't of knowledge or things, it is actually of no thing. It is indeed infinite awareness. It doesn't have the quality of thingness about it. It is not bound by space or time or other human dimensions that we normally so associate ourselves with. The knowing, the realizing, is by itself, as itself, and it's only in the dissolution of the identification with the small I that the true knowing, which isn't of things, as I've said, it's of the self as the self, and that's all, that realization will flower. And for this, there has to be a humility, a humbleness, in that the small I that we so often believe ourselves to be doesn't actually know. All spiritual truth flows effortlessly from the infinite field of awareness. as long as the small I gets out of the way. So be open to this. I know nothing. And when that truly is embraced and deeply embraced, then the realization can and will effortlessly flower. I know nothing. Namaste. 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 Have a great day wherever you are, folks.